Today was day 7 of this amazing mission to Israel, and today we were in Tel Aviv. Our first stop was at Citrus and Salt, a charity that prepares food for soldiers. We all spent a few hours working in the kitchen, chopping vegetables, cooking chicken, making coleslaw, and putting it all together into 100 delicious-looking sandwiches, which were in the hands of soldiers in Gaza later that day. The kitchen is a happy place for me, so I had a great time. Great organization and a meaningful activity. After lunch at the Levinsky Market, we headed to Kibbutz Re'im, the first vertical kibbutz in the world. Kibbutz Re'im was located in the West Negev. After October 7th, they were evacuated and sent to emergency accommodations in Eilat, but the community wanted to be together. Being scattered in hotels in Eilat wasn't working for them. But in Tel Aviv, there were 2 brand new, not yet completed apartment buildings. Through a series of amazing events, the members of the kibbutz were allowed to take over the two buildings, creating the first vertical kibbutz. A kibbutz in the middle of a city is unheard of, but they're making it work, really demonstrating the pioneering spirit that has long been the defining characteristics of the kibbutz movement. But we were visiting the kibbutz not only to learn about the people of Re'im, but also to learn about the amazing organization called Project 24. We're looking to change the way help is given to those impacted by October 7th. Charity is important, needed, and helpful. In the immediate aftermath of October 7th, receiving donations from around the world was much appreciated. But for the families to heal, they need dignity. The best way to provide dignity is to help people become self-sufficient. The highest form of charity is to give someone a job so they can support themselves. Project 24 is about finding people's superpowers and creating innovative programs that leverage those superpowers to support those in need. For example, if a resident of the South is a graphic designer, rather than people donating money to them, have people buy a logo from them. This turns charity into a job, healing plus dignity. We heard several amazing examples of programs they have created, but one really hit me. An often overlooked group has been parents. There are lots of programs to help children, and rightly so, but parents are hurting in unique ways. What do the parents do? We heard of a father in a home in the South who put their family in the safe room, told them to lock the door, but didn't get in with them. He sat in a chair facing the front door to the apartment, pretending to be sleeping. When the terrorists broke open the door, they saw a man sleeping on a chair, shot him, killing him, and assumed because he was asleep when all this was going on, he must have been alone, and moved on. He saved his whole family. That's what every parent wanted to do that day, and every day since. Parents lost the ability to be parents. Parents just want to hug their kids and say there are no monsters and everything's going to be okay. But there were monsters, and everything wasn't going to be okay. Everything isn't okay. Parents can't be parents. Parents aren't getting the help they need. Enter Project Date Night. People around the world buy wine from the Project Date Night website. The wine is from northern Israel, bringing much needed revenue to the northern wineries devastated by the situation up north. Profits from the sale of wine go to giving a parent from the South a voucher for a date night at a restaurant hard hit by the aftermath of October 7th. One act of purchasing a few bottles of great wine helps 3 groups: the wineries, the restaurant, and parents who get a much needed night off. No charity, all dignity. Check them out, another amazing organization. Israel is truly a startup nation. Finally, we visited Hostage Square, the huge counting clock, counting the days, hours, and minutes and seconds that the hostages have been in captivity, the replica of a tunnel, the Shabbos table. Speaking to family and friends of the hostages, everything there is so powerful. They all have a message for us outside of Israel. They need us to keep the hostages front and center in people's mind. So let's keep talking about them, keep posting about them, keep writing letters to politicians about them. Bring them home now. I'll close with today's Counting from Darkness to Light initiative. Today is the 227th day. which is 7 months, 1 week, and 5 days in the darkness. May it be God's will that our loved ones be protected and rescued from those seeking to harm them, and may they quickly return to their homes and families in peace and health. Amen. That's all for now. With love from Israel, Am Yisro El Chai.